Petrol has loved the diversity of engines, but for accountants, it's all about numbers. Ford aimed to reduce costs and offer a broad range of engines, from standard passenger cars to Superduty models on the same platform. However, the engine block design limitations necessitated the use of more cylinders, resulting in an innovative engine for Ford. From 1997 to 2021, they produced a 10-cylinder engine that is renowned for its power and dependability. In the 1980s, all the engines from the 1960s were used to maximize their potential, but also indicated the need for an upgrade. Ford offered similar engines, but with the need for multiple production lines for efficiency. Despite the popularity of the 7.5-liter big block introduced in 1968, the company faced cost constraints, prompting management to challenge the design and engineering departments to create something new. The boxy design was transformed into a sleeker one, and engineers drew inspiration from European and Japanese engines to improve technology and power density. The objective was to surpass the old V8 engines in efficiency, power, and smoothness, while providing over 100,000 miles of trouble-free maintenance, resulting in the Triton series. The Triton engines were named modular due to their common bore spacing and shared tooling, reducing production costs. The series started with a 4.6-liter V8 and replaced the Windsor small block. The characteristic features of the Modular series include the overhead cam system, a 90-degree engine block with cross-bolted main bearings, and a bore spacing of 100 mm. The insufficient hauling capabilities of the Triton V8 for Super Duty trucks were addressed with the introduction of a big block successor, which utilized the same basic architecture, but added more cylinders to the 5.4-liter variant. This approach allowed for a more efficient solution, rather than developing an entirely new power plant. In 1997, the heavy-duty Triton project was launched for applications such as the Ford E and F series, Super Duty, RVs, and school buses. Using the 5.4-liter variant as a base, a 6.8-liter V10 was created, surpassing the power of the old 7.5-liter 460 engine. The V10 Triton was available in both gasoline and propane versions, having up to 305 horsepower and 420 pound-feet of torque, with incredible durability from its cast iron closed-deck block, aluminum head, forged crankshaft, and compressed iron powder connecting rods. The split crankpins and balance shaft were necessary for a smoother engine run due to the 90-degree V-angle. This results in a high-pitched and screamy sound. In 2005, some variants received a 3-valve system, increasing their performance to 362 horsepower and 460 pound-feet of torque. The V10 was competitive with the 6-liter, 6.4, and 7.3-liter power strokes, which had higher torque but less power. Both the Chrysler 8-liter and GM 8.1-liter were large in displacement, but the V10 produced equal or more power, performing well in the 3/4 and 1-ton classes. It had a towing capacity of 4,700 to 14,000 pounds for the trailer, and the engine weighed 620 pounds. It was 30% lighter than a Power Stroke and compared favorably with gas rivals. It requires a regular 87-octane fuel and has a fuel economy ranging from 12 to 6 mpg when towing or moving a motorhome. The V10 was a key player in the Ford's V8 Triton portfolio, known for its versatility. It powered a wide range of vehicles, from F250 to F750 duty trucks, Ford Excursion, E250 and E350 series, buses, and F53 chassis. This engine was a staple in the Ford lineup for over 2 decades, until its replacement by the more modern Godzilla 6.8 and 7.3-liter V8 engines in 2020. The V10 was known for its durability and reliability, but it faced some issues, such as oil consumption, misfires, cracked PCV hoses, and exhaust manifold bolt failure. However, a more concerning problem was the spark plug shot out through the engine hood, caused by the mismatch in thermal expansion between the aluminum head and steel spark plug thread and the shallow thread of the spark plug itself. To avoid this, it is advisable to regularly check the spark plugs and retorque them if they become loose. It is not uncommon to experience a damaged thread, but the problem of a damaged spark plug is rarely encountered after 2005. In case of overheating, a fail-safe system can turn off one bank of the engine and allow the vehicle to continue running on 5 cylinders until reaching a repair shop. In the early 2000s, Ford's powertrain research and advanced engine development team, led by CAMPBELL, took the V10 engine to new heights by developing an all-aluminum version and installing it in a Ford Mustang. The 5.8-liter was derived from a short-deck 4.6-liter and featured 4 cams with a rev limiter at 7,000 RPM. They used a non-split crankshaft, and the engine sounded rougher and angrier. The team even pushed the limits to create a 605 horsepower 7-liter 427 bars engine for the GR1 project, but internal company factors and the economy hindered the creation of Ford's Viper competitor. Despite this, the team had a blast working on the project. Farewell to the V10 Triton engine, known for its power and dependability according to real owners. It has been a trusted source of power for numerous vehicles and adds diversity to the world of engines. Despite being replaced, existing V10 Triton power plants will still perform well with proper maintenance, and many have exceeded 300,000 miles without major issues. There is definitely a reason behind the V10's popularity. If you are enjoying this content, please consider subscribing to the Patreon and YouTube membership. It will definitely help this channel to thrive. Thank you very much for watching and hope to see you on the next one. Cheers!